This video covers a few MoonBoard sessions from about 2 weeks back. Here I am attempting Le Moustique. This is the best go that I've had in weeks. And almost had it. That was it, I had that one attempt and I couldn't get near it again. I therefore decided to switch over to out of the window instead. And again, that was just nowhere near going. This was one of those sessions when nothing wanted to work, which was quite frustrating. I spent about 15 or 20 minutes trying this problem. I've actually done quite well on this one since. I just can't figure out what the last move was, even though I've done it in isolation. I'm pretty sure I know what it actually is. I need to get the right foot up here instead of the left, but I've just not been able to make it work. And as for this session, I was nowhere near it, so. Decided since I wasn't getting anywhere there, I'd drop down to the V3 benchmarks, and even that I couldn't do. So I was hoping this was just an off session. Instead, it ended up just being a shutdown. Moving on a few days later, I'm trying out of the window again. I was feeling a bit better on this session. So we can see I got that, and again, I just lost it here. Tried to jump in desperation and that didn't work. Try and get again in isolation. Nope. So here we have, was this a Saturday or a Sunday session? I can't remember, but that wasn't working again. So I decided to do what I did earlier in the week, drop down to the V3 benchmarks to salvage the session. And rather than focus on going for high grade intensity, I'll go for low grade volume. So quickly, for anyone that doesn't know how the MoonBoard works, if you can see the lights on it, the green lights are the start holds, the blue lights are the holds that you climb on, and then the red light is the hold that you finish on. You use the hold above the light, which means you can't see the footholds when you're looking down, which can be a problem sometimes. And generally speaking, the feet follow the hands. I've just realised there's a clock ticking in here, so I hope the microphone's not picking that up, or at least not too badly. I was resting for a few minutes between each of these climbs. Obviously I've cut all of that part out so to not bore you too much. It was around about here that I was starting to get tired. But for the MoonBoard isn't too bad. Always 6 problems in, I think. I only just held that black if I remember right. Yeah, that took a lot. By this point I was taking longer breaks as well between goes. I was trying to go for 10 climbs, but I knew by this one I was done. So 8 climbs it was. Not sure how long it was. I've got... What are we? About 7 minutes of footage on this session, I think. So the session itself was probably about 30 to 40 minutes. Here we have one last go. Since I didn't get the top the last time, because I was just too pumped out for the grip. Better footwork this time round though. And that's how you salvage a MoonBoard session. If you're struggling with your projects, just drop right down the grades and focus on volume. That'll help your bone technique. I ended up doing the same thing the week after this. I would have done the same thing today, but I'm too tired to go. I don't have the energy for it. It's been a busy work week. In fact, I've not climbed since last session, last Saturday. But I think what I'm going to do is keep working through the V3s, get all of the benchmarks done, and the ones that take me more than one attempt, I'm going to repeat until I can get them all down to one attempt in a session, which will help me develop technique as well, hopefully, and then I'll go up to the V4s and do the same thing through again. I think it's probably a good way to use the MoonBoard. As far as my two projects go, the V7 and the other V6, I've been watching videos this week of other people, pro climbers, high level climbers, using the training boards, and I think I've picked up a couple of little bits of technique I can tweak to hopefully fix why my feet are popping. Because the two project climbs that I've got on the go, I know I'm not facing a strength issue with it, it's a technique issue. But I'm not going to share anything about them right now. I'm going to save them for the video where I get to actually try them again and hopefully do them. I'm close on both of them. It's quite annoying. But anyway, I'm going to cut this one off here. Hopefully you got something out of that if you're a climber. If not, then, well, if you're not a climber, then hopefully you still enjoyed watching it. I actually have had this edited for the past week. I just needed to get round to being able to do this bit. But yeah, that's it for this video. So thanks for watching. And I shall be back at some point with another one. Hopefully, not too far off.